Good evening, everyone. It's 5:27 in the evening here. It's raining. It's been a long, tedious, unnerving day for me. Although this week has went fast, it really has gone fast, and I know that one morning I'll wake up and I'll say, "Wow, that wasn't too bad after all, was it?" But I'm what you would call a little bit high because the pain pills I have to take, but I it certainly isn't. It's hard to describe what I'm going through unless you've went through it. And then, of course, and even if you did go through it, it was going to be a different experience for you than it is for me. My big thing is taking care of my dog and not being able to take care of her the way I'd like to. Now, you think that you got one thing set up the way it's going to work, and then you find out it doesn't work. And it's like letting her out. Well, I have the ramp out there, and I thought maybe it was going to work if I fastened her down at the end of the ramp, and then I had the lead that I was going to hook onto her and let her go on out that way. Well, she'd probably be like this anyway, but since she's 17 years old, um, she is who she's going to be and what she's going to be, and and when you tug on the lead a little bit, she thinks sh you want her to come. It gets very confusing anyway, you know. So then she jumps off of the ramp, and then she gets all tangled up, and then of course it's been raining, and me trying to get out there and get her untangled, and me trying to pull her back up where she should. And I'm sorry, but I get so agitated. And between the pain and the painkillers, it really agitates me. But I I I was kind of mean to her, but not mean to her the way I hurt her. You know, not like that. Might have hurt her feelings or something like that, but that hurts my heart when I feel like I have to be that way, and then I get all out of sorts and get all hateful with myself, and and it don't seem to work out right. So I tried another approach to it and put it back the way I had it from the very beginning, but it still didn't work out right. I mean, because I can't move like I need to be able to get to the spot that I need to get her to understand that that's not what I want her to do. Well, at the time my daughter come down, I was crying, and she's consoling me about, Mom, is she yelling? No. Well, then she's okay. You did what you could do, and she did what she could do, and it's good. So, but talking about preparing, and that's what I've been talking about pretty much ever since I started this channel, was to prepare for what you want to come ahead, or what your plans is or whatever, and I know that you can't always plan perfectly, and I understand that, but it's it it does not, you can't you can't prepare for every unforeseen um, activity or something that may happen or come your way. Okay, can I prepare to prepare for that? Well, I guess it has to be a mental thing that you have to prepare, rather than a physical thing. You've done everything that you know that you could possibly do to prepare for the physical outcome. But if you can't figure out every variation that could happen in the process, no, you're not going to be able to prepare for the outcome for certain things. This is where the mental preparation is. Okay, if I can't if I can't meet the standards that I need to meet in the physical for anything, I'm prepared. I got the ramp. I got um, the lead to put her on, and I've got the walker standing there, and I've got the sweater on, and it's the little nippy out. I mean, I got the painkiller in me. You can prepare for all that kind of stuff, but how prepared was I in the emotional, in the um, emotional? I would have to say, how am I going to take it? How am I going to react to it? And those kind of things. So I guess that's kind of like you can't always prepare for the emotional side of it because you don't know how you're going to feel at that particular moment. And you can sit and say all day long, well, I'm not going to react this way or I'm not going to react that way. But you don't know how you're going to react because that particular moment you might have bumped your leg or whatever it is that in this case it's my leg. I might have bumped my leg and shot pain clean through my body or something. And of course, like it's raining, step outside and you get wet, and while you're trying to untangle your dog or something like that, uh, the emotional part. The only thing that I think, like for me, that I can do is just just set myself to know that there's things that could happen and that could go wrong that I can't make it right there on the spot. So I got to know not to let myself get so upset and get so my brain so angry and so twisted and everything that uh, I can't think further from there. The emotional stance of it is okay. Breathe, exhale, and just slow down. And but here lies where somebody else comes into play. Now at that particular, I knew she was coming down. She always comes down, check to see if anything I got to do. I mean anything I need or something like that. Or does Sassy need anything? And she had a long day at work. She's got her household to take care of too, and she deals with many people out there that don't know how to do anything for themselves and different things like that. So she has to be their leg up. She has to be their walker or their wheelchair or whatever. Their computer. She has to be all that for them. So she hopped down and I was telling her about it. Of course, I cried, about. So she was able to supply me with the emotional um, feedback that I needed to put myself back emotionally into place so that I can move on for the rest of the night. And I know everybody don't have that, but thank God I do. I mean, if I think back on all the episodes, even from a little teeny girl, how the Creator has taken care of me. The Creator will take care of you when you're on your mission, and I've been on a mission apparently for quite a long time now. The brunt of all of it was learning everything that I was in combat training, so to speak, for years, from the time I was little, to learn all the tricks and all the moves that a warrior has to learn to do to combat the enemy. And I'm not quite sure what the enemy is that I'm having to battle to get to where I'm supposed to get to, and who it is that I'm supposed to be helping. Well, I do know of one person that I was here to help, but that's not for this video. But I learned a lot out of that too. Did a lot of healing through all of that, and the the emotional side of most of everything that I need to heal from throughout my life while I'm going about my purpose here on earth is to heal from the past uh, purpose I was on. So I am now healing through all the lives that has brought me and took me through on my journey and so the last 5.5 months has been a healing journey for me from all of that torment and all that abuse that I went through growing up and but again that was there, that all that abuse and everything was there to prepare me for now and things to come. And sort of like a brownie badge, you got, if you get through this, then you get a brownie badge for your that you made it through this particular scenario and you passed the test, in other words. And you might have to go through it many, many, many times. But anyway, that's what I dealt with today. Well, that's just part of it. Trying to take care of Sassy, put her down some fresh water, and I put her down some fresh water. But while I'm doing that, while I'm in the refrigerator, I'm getting out stuff that I need or I want to have for to snack on, to have something to eat. And something in the refrigerator dropped, and it dropped on her bowl of water, knocked it over, and there I've got all that water that I've got to clean up. And that I took that in stride. That I mean, it was hard, it was difficult for me, but I took that in stride. Um, Trying to think about how I can bring my life into your life, uh, about what's going on with me and how I'm getting through it and everything, and to be able to teach or to not teach, to explain to y'all out there what life is like for me in having the knee surgery and what I go through and how I prepare or don't prepare or what I should have done or what I need to do So during all of this, I'm trying to figure out how I can make my channel better, how I can take everything that I've learned, take everything that I'm learning now, even in this experience, and be able to um, learn new strategies and steps for me in my life while I'm bringing it to you. And and then of course it's dealing with the physical therapist people. You know, I was under the impression that somebody was supposed to come today, but I guess I was wrong. I must have been in one of my loopy episodes when they were here and they were talking to me about stuff. But you know, it's so. One thing I'm learning is, which, and I think I've been kind of learning this for quite some time, but don't make any big quality decisions buying anything or make any kind of uh, decisions that's going to affect your life for the good or the bad when you're in a mode like this. Now, okay, say I've made a decision to not really get in and do any kind of videos and stuff right now, sitting in my office chair or anything like that, because there's too much of a chance for me to make it worse for me, make it bad for my leg, or the rest of my body. Not to mention my mind, what my brain would uh, do to me if I did happen to hurt myself or something while I was trying to do a video that it isn't. It's important, and you all are very important to me, but not to the point where I hurt myself so bad that I couldn't come back again. So there's decisions there then that I have to make for futuristic uh, um, things that could happen in my life. And but yeah, and that was part of my day. And then dozing in and out, sitting here but nobody ever did come um, for therapy. And of course, my daughter is explaining to me that she thought it was going to be tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I thought another guy. I don't know. Just too many chefs in the kitchen, like one of you said. Like I said, there should only been one person to come out and evaluated everything that knows that all the aspects of occupational therapy. Um, I don't know what all kinds of therapy there is for something like this, but one person that handles it all, and then can send in the appropriate people to do as such, and then there's not no confusion. So, but I tried to do the exercises that I've been shown to do, and they're not big, extravagant, you know, and how to make sure that this leg is bending at the knee like it should. Don't want to be too much. Don't want to be too little. Uh, how to prop it up. Like right now, I've got it propped up, and it does look like the knee is bent a little bit. But see, now I can get myself worried sick over that. But I try not to, because it's just going to make me sick in the long run. So okay, right now I don't like the way it's laying. It does look like my knee's bent a little bit, but right at this moment, there's nothing I can do about it. So I gotta slide that aside for a little bit until I can adjust it to where I need it to be. And for me to lay it the way it needs to be is very uncomfortable. And and life can be like that. Anything you do that if somebody else has laid the plan out, and we'll start at the highest command center, and that's the Creator. The Creator has designed all of our lives for us, and if we're listening close enough and believe and have faith that the Creator God knows what's best for us, and we're following that all to the T that we can follow. But then again, okay. If I'm following everything that I know that the Creator wants me to do, and then you have episodes like this. Okay, I had to go get my knee fixed, so that involves other people. So other people have their ideas of, and because they do all these studies and these blind studies and these different tests and stuff on many different kinds of people, but everybody's not exactly alike. So you're gonna have a straggler like me that comes in that don't fit any of that mold at all. And but they sit down and say this is the way that we've learned that it's best to go for everyone. Well, that don't work out what's best for me like it does everybody else. So then you've got to, in all of that, undo everything that they're trying to tell you to do. You've got to listen to the Creator, because the Creator has a special venue for incidents like that, where they hit one of the Creator's children runs up across a block like this and says, "But their method don't work for me. So how do I do it?" So then you got to listen. You gotta bang dangle around some things to make it work best for you. I mean, you can still use their concepts, but that concept doesn't work all the way for you. So I got to make sure that I don't get myself in a frenzy because it's not working out the way they say it should work out. But as long as I do my best and I've listened to what the Creator has placed within me to know what to do, then I have to leave it go at that. That I did my best. I listened to what the Creator said, and I listened to what they had to say. I can do what they want up to a point, but then to fine tune it, for me, I have to listen to what the Creator has to say about how to make it work for me. So all that stuff's going on in my head while I'm sitting here and resting and trying to know what to do next. I mean, I got television, I got YouTube, I've got Facebook that I can watch things on and stuff like that, and I but I get so sleepy while I'm sitting here, and so here the thing with me now is the days have went so fast, and I know it'll go one morning I'll wake up and say, "Wow, I'm all healed, I'm all better." But then in the middle of all that, then next come the next process, and that's my teeth. One of the things I have not been able to get myself to do is remember, for one thing, that I got to look for a dentist. um, that's going to be able to pull the other 5 teeth in between knee surgeries. And but between the pain and the discomfort and uh, trying to uh, make sure I'm not so mean to the point that I say harsh things to my friends on here, and uh, try to be good to myself. Then, but it can get a little tedious. One step at a time, 1 minute at a time, one day at a time, and so I've been actually what I've been sitting here doing in the spare in between all that is trying to decide how I want to remodel this camper and make it into what you would call a real little home. So I've kind of designed some of it in my head, and maybe possibly once I get the feeling where I'm not so groggy all the time that I can sit down and draw it out a little bit. And I like I said, I'd like to make where the kitchen's at. Like to make that part of my living room. Let the living room go clean across here like this. So, um, and make that back room into the kitchen and the bathroom. Bathroom on one side and the kitchen on the other side. So I'm working on that and make the where the bathroom's at now, make that into my office. So and knowing what I'm going to do with the bedroom. No, I do know that I want to take all the cupboards down in the bedroom, and I'd rather have dressers, real dressers, and a closet. That you can not a built-in closet, but if I had to build a built-in closet, fine. But I think I'd just rather have one that it's already built, and you just bring it in and fasten it up against the wall, and I can have a nightstand, things like that. That's easier to get around and make the bed and different things. So, um, but that's one of the things I've been doing while I'm sitting here and thinking about what everybody else is doing and what they're not doing. And um, a few of you have mentioned that you've had surgery and that you've had friends and family that's had this knee surgery and things. And there's a lot of people out there that are having surgery. There's a lot of people out there that are dealing with health issues, I'm a big advocate of being able to feel good in your mind and your body and your spirit before you can make anything happen in this world. It's just that plain and simple. And sometimes you have to have that warrior mentality to fight through all uh, that battle, pain, thoughts, and other people and stuff. You have to battle through to get just to have a peaceful mind, a peaceful heart to get you through just the process itself. So, but anyway, that's mostly what my day has been, and trying real hard to be a better me. Work the better we can make ourselves, the better choices we can make, and make our lives better and other people's lives around us better. Keep us with a roof over our heads so that we can think straight, make right decisions, don't buy a bunch of stuff that we don't need, and to be able to live the kind of life you desire to live without breaking the bank, without putting on 500 pounds, that we've ate the wrong kind of food and that we haven't got enough exercise and stuff like that. And one, one of the exercises that they showed me to do was to lay on the bed on my back, and you'll try to lift that leg up, right? But that leg is heavy because it's big and it's swollen, you know, and it's heavy. Of course, it's painful if you try to move it a certain way. And they said, well, if somebody else could, like, just hold my heel, while I did the up and down, or if I had, like, one of those um, elastic stretch things that you stretch with, or a belt or something like that, if you could get a hold of a belt and help you lift it up. Well, here's what come to my mind today while I was laying there thinking about how I could lift that leg up. I got my other leg, got my toes, my big toe and my middle toe, and put it on that little ridge that goes underneath your ankle and your heel. Well, I got a hold of that with my other foot to use it to hold it up, and then I raised my leg up and down, up and down, up and down. So, I mean, that'll only take me so far, but at least it got me started. So that's the kind of things I think of. Or if I had them stockings that, I don't know, they're kind of stretchy stockings for people that have to lay in bed a long time. If I'd have had a pair of them on, then I could have took a hold of them because that's how I got my muscles and stuff to working when I had my back surgery. I'd just get a hold of them and I'd move my legs that way. So I did a few exercises on my own and uh, trying to do what they showed me to do, and certainly it's a workout, but it's not like a workout like so you're sweating, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, that's been my day today, and I'm sitting here now. My leg is going numb because of the way I have it sitting, so I'm gonna have to take it down out of there. But um, anyway, remember, a merry heart does good like medicine. Laughter, laughter. Now I I spend I spend some time on these phones watching like the shorts on Facebook and the ones on YouTube and stuff, and some of the things them people do, I'm telling you, make me laugh so hard. I especially like the ones where the girls, they're guys that see how they're going to react, and they jump up out of there and start screaming or running around and trying to get a come on, hurry, hurry, we gotta go, they're coming, and the guy will jump up and do whatever she says, because he trusts her enough that there must be something wrong, but he don't know what is wrong, and he's running, grabbing stuff, just grabbing anything to get out of there and get going. But it's hilarious. And then they get outside and it's, oh, it's hilarious. So that's just one of the things that make me laugh. Watching the little babies laugh, and they laugh at just anything, and the animals, watching the animals and the funny things that they do, and uh, it's just amazing. So that's how I get my laughter is watching those things, and of course laughing at myself. But today was no laughing mad or laughing at myself. I got mad at myself for not being able to do and be what I needed to be today. So, but anyway, merry heart doeth good like medicine. So remember that. And if your spirit is broken, it'll dry up your bones. So whatever you do, I don't care if you're laughing about something even if it's something you're not supposed to laugh at, or you say you're not, people say, well, yeah, that's not something to laugh at. But if you do laugh and you start to feel guilty about it, get rid of the guilt right now. Don't let it break your spirit like that and say, well, forgive me, whatever, whoever, for laughing. And, and take that laughter and use it towards your healing. And don't let your spirit be broken. And then remember, Henry Ford said, if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. And I say, if you believe you can, then take that first step that's going to get you to the step that you need to get to the next step, to lead you into whatever it is that you're wanting done in your life. Take that first step. And then if you can get to the second step and the third step and the fourth step, and sometimes it only takes one step to get the ball rolling. Make things happen with the Creator's help. Because the Creator said, what whosoever shall say to the mountain, be removed, shall have what they say. And forgive. Don't let unforgiveness settle inside you. Don't go to bed with having something against somebody. Or that even includes yourself. Don't go to bed with having stanky feelings about somebody or yourself. Forgive yourself if you have to. Forgive whoever else, because it's good for you. All right, you all have a great evening. Sweet dreams. I've been dreaming a lot, but I don't know what they've been about, that's for sure. So, but anyway, hope all is well wherever you're at. All of you over in England, Canada, I hope you all are doing well up there. Hope you all are doing well everywhere you're at. Australia, let that light shine in you. And the more that light shines in you, the more your path is going to be lighted up. Have a great evening.